Hey, what's up, wonderful people? Welcome to another great episode of the Hosted by Spikes podcast. I do hope that everyone is doing wonderful and you are actually having a wonderful day so far, being on the 24th day of the month of June. We do hope that you are doing well. Just 5 more days left to actually just to conclude this particular month. And for me, I would actually say it has moved so fast, simply because there has been a whole lot of things happening. But nonetheless, I am excited that you have taken your minute, all your time to join us on this particular stream. Remember, you can always connect with us on our different social media platforms. You can find me actually on Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook as well, and also on Instagram. If you head over to Instagram, just search for Hosted by Spikes, and you will actually find me on there. You can also follow me via SoundCloud. Some of the previous shows are actually available on SoundCloud. And it is actually a delight to have you support and your company, even as we connect on these particular platforms and get to discuss different things taking place right here in the 254 and even globally. And I'm talking about things that have to do with us as a Kenyan people, as an African people, and also as a black people globally. So welcome to the show. Remember, you can always let us know what you would like us to get to discuss on here. But for today, I want to discuss rather about this whole protest going on in the 254, the youth-led protest. And this is actually a protest that is concerning the cost of living and also the overtaxation of the Kenyan people. You know, in previous years, we have had protests, but these are protests based on politics. You know, these are actually protests based on who you get to support, whether you are actually the opposition supporter, whether you are supporting the incoming government. We have had such kind of a protest in the streets. But for this particular year, it's actually very different. And what we get to realize with this particular protest is that these particular protests being held by the Gen Z, they are actually not based on tribal lines. You know, in previous years, we have had people talking about, I am a Kikuyu, I am a Kalenjin, I am a Maasai, I am a Teso, I am a this and that. But for this particular time, it is for everyone, you know. It cuts across tribes. It doesn't matter whether you are actually a Teso, whether you are actually a Kikuyu, whether you are actually a Kamba. No, that doesn't count for this particular time. What is happening is that people are actually just uniting together behind a common purpose of rejecting the Finance Bill 2024. Last year, there were some proposals made towards the Finance Bill. And what did happen is that you would find many people just wondering what is going on with the Finance Bill. Last year, not many people were involved with the actual process. But for this particular time, people have decided to be much more involved with the whole process, getting to educate themselves, getting to know what are actually some of the changes happening with the Finance Bill. And many Kenyans are actually not for the Finance Bill. You know, the government has come up and said, we made promises to you. We told you that we are going to build roads. We told you that we are going to, construct schools. We told you that we are going to do this and that, have the electrification program. But where is this money going to come from? So what the government is doing right now, they have actually gone back to the drawing board and they have decided what we need to do is raise more taxes right here in Kenya and make sure that these taxes will help us pay some of the debts owing. We have a whole lot of financial obligations to external bodies, for example, the World Bank and the IMF, and other debts taken even from China. So what the government has decided is that they just want to pay up these particular bills, and they also want to be able to raise more revenue, so that they are able to provide this and make right these particular promises that they made. But what is happening right now is that people are feeling this particular burden to be too much. You know, last year people were told about the Finance Bill, some items were added, taxes were added on some items. But this particular year, Kenyans have decided, Punda imechoka, you know, the donkey is actually just tired now. And no one is actually going to agree anymore with more taxation, because at the same point, in as much as people are being told about these taxes being increased, what the question is, how about the accountability? You know, that is a question going around. How about the accountability? We have seen the money that has been raised in previous years. but we are not aware of what government programs are going on and how this particular money is actually being put to use. And that is the biggest challenge that we do have right here in the country. So tomorrow, there is the protest expected to go on. Actually, it has been 7 days of rage. And I would actually say that on Thursday, the protest was big. People had actually not thought that this is going to be actually this big. But what has happened is that this particular time, tomorrow, it is expected to be even much more bigger. So let me know, what is your opinion about the organizing on the success of these particular protests that are supposed to be taking place tomorrow? Do you think it's going to be any successful? Or do you think that the organizing and the planning of these particular protests by the Gen Z will actually not bear any kind of a fruits? That is my question to you, and maybe perhaps you can respond and let me know what your thoughts are regarding the organizing and also how this particular protest is set up. Do you think it's going to bear any real fruits? Because right now it seems like these government officials, the leaders, have actually changed their tunes. If you listen to Kimani Ichung'wah, and also if you listen to Oscar Sudi and other different personalities, they have actually changed their tunes from condemning these Gen Z protests to actually now trying to sound more supportive and apprehensive and also sort of supportive in some way. But then again, that is my question for you today. What is your opinion regarding the organizing and how set up or how organized this particular movement is? Do you think it's going to bear any fruit? So many people have taken to the streets, and now we have seen some sort of the government sort of bending or curving, if you do get to ask me. But nonetheless, what is your opinion? I would love to know. This is a hosted by Spikes podcast. For now, I just leave you with a particular question, but very soon we shall be continuing with much more of these right here on these particular platforms. Till next time, much peace and love. I want to say peace.